Alright, everybody. It's 10:10. I like taking pictures when it's like 10:10, 11:11, whatever. It's silly, I know. Alright, let's get into the games here. And I just really wish there was some way I could promote those pawns. It's not a big deal. His rating's pretty high now. It's gone up. It's 2139. So, even if it ends in a draw, my rating will go up pretty substantially. I'm going to unpin that bishop. It was becoming a bit of a hassle. If he captures pawn takes pawn, I may do pawn takes pawn, but most likely I'll do knight takes pawn. Get my knight active on his side of the board. It's a good idea to get the knights on the 5th rank for white, and then if you're black, you want them on the 4th rank, because once you have a knight on that rank, it really can be very influential in attacks, and it's a good strong position. Alright, that's what I figured he was going to do. And I'm going to have to take it. I really didn't want to. Oh, well, he made that easy, didn't he? Oh, it's not checkmate. He can push the pawn. Alrighty. Getting there, getting there. I was looking at that, I was like, that looks like checkmate. I'm having deja vu. Pretty sure a player did the same thing in another game. It's not very effective, to be honest. Alright, he made the big mistake I was hoping he was going to make. Now, I have to watch out, though. Let's say he comes back to here. If I take the rook, he's got a nice bishop sacrifice right here. Actually, he wouldn't probably put his queen there, but let me continue to show you, because if I take back with the pawn, he gets a fork on both my rooks and my queen. So I gotta watch out for that. Okay. Looks like an okay exchange to me. That's a good response. So I guess I'll probably face the same response in the other game. Let's see if I can get any counterplay here. Now, I don't really have to worry about the pawn. It could be problematic in the future. Let's say he goes ahead and takes it. You know, if I do like this, he can push it and be bothersome, or he can capture, opening up the file. But then I can take the knight. Oh, but then he still has checkmate here. Look at that. So it looks like I'm screwed. But I'll look at it after he makes his move. Maybe there's something else I could do that I missed. All right, I'm going to attempt to get his rook. So the way that would work, let's say he just for the sake of saying, he pushes that pawn there. So you give check, right? The king can't defend the rook. So what I'm doing is I'm skewering the rook through the king. A skewer is when you're actually attacking a piece in line. You skewer with queens, bishops, rooks. And you're actually attacking a piece, or you're trying to get a piece that's in the same line as another piece. It's nice if it's the king because you give check. And as long as they can't defend it by moving the piece, another skewer, classic skewer, you'll see people skewer rooks through queens. Now, you don't want to lose the queen, so you move it, but then you lose the rook. Debating between the pawn and the knight. I'm going to go with the pawn. It's nice center pawn structure. Knights are in a good position. I was thinking about the knight because I can try to activate it and get it across that middle rank onto my opponent's side of the board. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Well, you know, now that I think about it, you know, I was thinking if he takes with the bishop. See, my idea is I want my bishop here. That's still pretty sound. So if he goes for the pawn, I come ahead on the exchange of rook for a pawn. All right. The position is slightly cramped, so I'm going to be daring and sacrifice my bishop to get my rook a little further up. Sorry, guys. Just for saying again, I'm just going to make any move. He would not do that. But then I can now get both rooks on a center file. Oh. I have to submit the move. Okay. See, again, he was planning to skewer, or he was skewering my rook through my knight. Now I got the rook offline. Ooh, an excellent move. I must have missed that. Yeah. Ooh. Not good. Okay. That's called a fork. A fork is when one piece attacks two or more pieces. Alright, so that leaves a pawn hanging. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. You know, if you try something like pushing that pawn, attacking my queen, and discovering an attack on my knight with his queen, I can just take that pawn. Well, maybe not. I'm not thinking too well here today. So you could still come here. That's not a huge issue. I can come up here. Then, you know, he can... Yeah, wow, he can do a bunch here. And I'd have to do something like that. And then if he comes... Let's say here, that then frees up my rook. I can go there, I can come here. So not too bad. Alright, file up my rooks. And now again, he still has this move with his knight. I would be obliged to do that. He could come here. I can step back here. I could also just... I would probably just step here first. Alright, there goes the alarm, so... Time for me to head back to work.